Okay, everyone, I'm just waiting for you all to pop on. We'll start getting into this topic, I guess. Lots to talk about today. Hoping everybody is having a great day. Today, we're going to be talking about this new change that's happened with the YouTube ads. We're going to talk about it a little bit more, and I want to ask you how you feel about it all and all that. So make sure you comment in the chat section and let me know how you're feeling today. Everybody's a little like on edge because creators are kind of colliding with their opinions. So good morning, everybody's popping on. Hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I want to talk about the new monetization, like rules and setup that goes with that. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more because I feel like there's a lot of opinions going around. And what I did is I decided to sit down and just do a little bit of research. I shared a little bit of my opinion on it, and then I did a little bit of research and I kind of reviewed what other people were saying and going back and forth between that before I started like really taking off with my opinions on it. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. So I want you just to share in the comments like how you're feeling about this all, the whole new small YouTuber, ads being rolled out and then not getting paid for it, how you're feeling about that, or even like how you're feeling about having ads on your YouTube videos that you're not really on control of. You don't have any control over it. So how do you feel? Let me know in the comments section, just the chat section, let me know. And we can really discuss like your thoughts on it, your questions, maybe questions about other things when it comes to YouTube. But maybe today we can talk about this a little bit more because I feel like it needs to be talked about. And also, I just want to make sure like this is not a place to start bashing each other and all that jazz. I want you to understand that it's just I want to talk about this. I want to talk about it and see how you're doing. So please in the chats, let me know what you're feeling, how you're feeling about YouTube rolling out the ads on small creators' videos. And so this is what I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about it and what I've learned from it. So from watching other videos and other creator videos and YouTube sharing their opinions and all that jazz, you know how it all goes down. Just seeing from back and forth from big creators and smaller creators colliding because they're saying, as a small creator, we're working hard, and which we're working hard and we're trying to put out as much content to reach those monetization goals. But now that these ads are going on, there's a few, uneasy thoughts about it. And I think the first thing that I think it feels a little unfair. And I know this is just my opinion and everybody else can have their own. But I feel it's a little unfair just because, like, yes, I understand YouTube is a free platform and that's great. It's good that YouTube is a free platform for us to use and, they could take it away any day. Fine. Okay, great. But at the same time, we're putting out our hard work onto there. So all of our hard work that's on there, like this is initially we didn't set up to say, okay, we're going to have ads on our videos, right? As small creators, we've been fighting to try and get out there a little bit more, and having ads on our videos, just feels like, there's rules and regulations when it comes to like goals for monetization. You need 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. Okay, great. I think that was a great change because then that made sure YouTube didn't have people that were just coming and scamming and all that jazz, right? But the fact that they're doing these ads on small YouTube channels, like we wouldn't make a ton off them. I get that, but at the same time, they're still, I don't know, they're putting the ads on as a way to make more money, and it just like it almost deters people. And the small creators were just trying to fight to get seen. And as this channel is all about small YouTube growth help, I want to be honest with you, like it's hard because I'm consistently putting out videos every single week and I'm sharing my tips, my tricks, and I'm not getting paid from YouTube to do that, but I'm putting a lot of hard work into it and sharing my creative side to it. And so I feel like it's a little unfair for a small YouTuber. Now, saying that, there are other sides to it too, which we'll get into. But when it comes to being a small creator, I think it's a little harder, especially whenever you're trying to fight for views. So you're trying to like literally get people to watch your videos. And then having an ad on there, you don't even have control over these ads. You don't have control where they're put. You don't have control of what's been put on those ads. Like, it could be anything, and you don't agree with that. And so, like, that's the hardest part for me is, yes, you don't get paid for it. That is what it is, right? But it's the fact that you can't choose or decide where to put the ads. And if there's like 2 ads at the beginning of your video, someone might click away, right? And so that view is gone from our channel. So I think that's the biggest thing that I see that will, like, people say it won't really affect too much. But in my opinion, as small YouTubers, we're fighting for those views, like, to just stand out and get our momentum going on our channel. And as established channels are able to put ads on there and make money from it. But at the same time, like, people will watch them because they're a bigger YouTuber, right? And as a small YouTuber, we still trying to fight and find our community and to get actually the views. And so right now, this is my opinion. So you can take it, leave it, whatever you decide. But I feel like it's a little bit too much for the small creators to just like let it go, you know? And I knew, like, obviously YouTube knows this. YouTube, you know this, that you're going to get some pushback from this. And now there is other sides to it. Like, for the big creators, what does that mean? Because, like, bigger creators are, you know, it doesn't seem like it's going to hurt big creators, but it will hurt bigger creators in the sense, like, more money is being put into like the small ads that are free on YouTube, on the small YouTuber channels. And so maybe that will take away from the bigger YouTubers and getting the better, the ads that they actually need on their channel to bring in some money for themselves. As small creators, we should be worried about this too, because eventually we will get to the point where we will be bigger channels if we consistently stay on YouTube and grow. And I think we need to be worried about that too, because eventually it will get to a point where we will have paid ads on our channel as well. And so I think that's important to note, like, not just the small creators, but the big creators are going to get hurt as well. I feel that's just from learning a little bit over the past day of what's going on and watching videos and just taking in both sides, because I'm not the kind of person just to like go one way. Although, yes, I am a small creator and I need to have both sides to the story. So I feel like big creators will be hit too, and we'll see how that plays out. Now, the interesting thing is it will be changed over. Now, I haven't really looked into this too much. I heard it this morning on a video, but it will be changed over to like royalty program, almost like on YouTube. And someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or chat section. Let me know. But it is turning into like a more royalty program. And I think it's very similar, but it's a little different. And so we'll see how that works out when it comes to being like monetized and how payouts and all that jazz works. But when it comes to taxes, obviously that's a little bit different. But yeah, aside from that, there are like the clashing of the heads for the small YouTubers and the big YouTubers. Like, they're just worried that this is going to the big YouTubers are worried it's going to take away from the actual, you know, they've worked years and years, and I totally get that. It takes a lot of work to be a YouTuber, and they've worked years and years to put in that work and that content. And so now the ads are maybe going to be, who knows what's going to happen there. And then when it comes to the small creator, they're getting ads that will maybe deter, for one, and they're not getting paid for it. Like, it just seems a little strange. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out. We'll have to wait and take a step back and just wait and see. Obviously, it's unfair. There's nothing like, if there's any sort of feedback that we can give in the future, like, this might be our opportunity to do so. And so I think when it comes to this kind of thing, if you want your voice heard, it's almost, you need to be understanding of both sides of the story. But also, whenever there is like opportunity for you to give feedback to YouTube, you share your opinion and let them know what they could do instead. You know, like, so that's just how that's going to play out. And I think YouTube is a free platform. Yes, it's a free platform. It could go any day. And a lot of creators are saying you need to have different, you know, passive income, like coming in from different directions, because Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, they could all be taken away from us tomorrow. So, and they, in the future, who knows what that means for us? Like, the way it's going, it seems like the platforms are really focusing in on like paying and shopping and buying and consuming and all that jazz. And obviously they're companies and they need to make money, but at the same time, small creators, I just feel like it's a wee bit harsh. because we're just trying to find our way. And I don't think it's so bad in the sense that, as creators, I think it's just overwhelming to know that you're going to have ads that you can't really, pick and choose what you want. I think that's more so for me. Just that you can't decide because as bigger creators, they can decide what ads to put on their videos. And I think that's the biggest part, because I think, who was it? Roberto was even saying, like, one of his podcast video, like, YouTube channels, like, he can't decide where, like, if it's an hour-long video, there could be several ads throughout that. And he also said that, maybe those ads aren't really what he wanted for that channel. So that aspect is the biggest thing. And then obviously both sides creators are just kind of clashing right now. So I'm going to go to the comments here and just chat here and see what people are saying, and then just go back through and kind of answer your questions. Obviously, this is my opinion, and you guys can have your opinion too on it. But I wanted to come on and just give you guys a little time to chat about it, just to get it out of your system. And we'll go back and through. And so let's see. Okay, there's lots of people on. It does seem unfair that YouTube, Earthy says, it does seem unfair that YouTube will be profiting off my unpaid content. Yes, it's true. It does seem a little unfair, but I think I don't know if at this point, it's kind of like, it's just happened. We need to like mull it over, see what the rest of the plans for YouTube is actually going to do, and then start figuring out our plan of action. I think, I'm going all red here. I think our plan of action is we need to take in what's happening. It's unfair in the sense, like, I guess they're profiting off of your content that you've created. I've put out 2 to 3 videos a week for the past 6 months. So they're going to be profiting off any views and that I get from that. I don't know. And obviously when it comes to me being monetized, I will get the profits from it. But I think what this is telling us is that we need to make sure that we're not relying solely on AdSense, and that we're starting to bring in other avenues of income. So my advice to you all is to start looking into other avenues. How to start reaching out to brands, start incorporating like merch that you want to do in the future, start getting all that ready and prepped and ready to go, because your brand is going to eventually build up. It's your brand, so you want to build it up. YouTube is just a tool that you use to get your brand out there. So you're using it right now. What other avenues can you go when it comes to money-wise? We are small creators, but there are opportunities for us to stand out. Start doing reaching out to brands that you really want to connect with. If you're fashion or in you're doing hauls, or you're in gaming world, reach out to brands that you really want to connect with, and start building avenues aside from AdSense, because clearly it's one of those things that's never certain, right? So we need to build other avenues, I think, and I think that's important. I'm going to close that out. Okay, so Nanny says it's unfair. Alicia's in the makeup. Very unfair. Isn't there a way to turn ads off? So whenever the ads are on there, they will be on there, and we can't turn them off. So that's kind of the thing where, yeah, we can't turn them off. We can't decide where they are, or if they're skippable or non-skippable ads. So that's the hard part. Hello, I agree 100%. Yes, Venus. I think it's so hard as creators. We just feel like we're constantly being like pushed against, and I think that was the hardest part initially when I heard it. And I'm just like, it feels just like they're constantly pushing the small creator down, but it's not them pushing us down. It's them trying to figure out their business and see what's best for everybody. So hopefully they'll see both sides to the story and just see what works well for all of the creators that are involved, because there's big and small that are involved in this. No matter what size you are, you're going to be involved. I think it's unfair as well. So true. Someone can stop watching your video. Yes. So actually, like, as a small creator, you don't have a ton of views, but you get that one person to view your videos. You have a bunch of ads at the beginning. It might be a little bit of a deterrence. As a bigger YouTuber, they may like trust the process and just like wait for that ad to go. So it's also a mindset thing. I hate ads. I'm going to be honest. Whenever I have go to videos, I kind of like, oh, come on, ads, get over. But sometimes I'll watch through them just to help another creator out. So I'm just like, oh. So it's kind of one of those things. This is not so. Okay, so we got another opinion, which is totally fine. This is not so bad. Having ads means this machine can learn what ads your audience looks at before you get paid, and that way maybe later more ads optimized. I mean, YouTube is for free after all, yes, and that's the thing. Like YouTube is for free, so that having that in our minds, we need to understand that it's for a free platform. At the same time, you need to. That's why I said you need to figure out another avenue for yourself. If this AdSense is not set in stone always, and there's always changes to it, you need to have other avenues. So as small creators, we need to start now. Start looking at other avenues, and that's what I'm doing for the new year. I'm looking at other avenues. How can I do more like client work, like one-on-one stuff, help YouTube channels a little bit more closely, more in depth. I'm looking into that kind of stuff. And so that I'm trying to find other avenues for myself, even besides this, before this all happened, right? So as small creators, I truly do advise you to look into, branching out a little bit and seeing other avenues for income, because AdSense is clearly all over the place. And I've had a few YouTubers that, obviously they were small at one point, and eventually they gradually grew their channel, and they did that. They're, both sides, they have both sides as well. They're kind of like at this point where they're like, well, I'm so with a small creator, but then at the same time, I'm torn because I don't even know how that's going to affect my ads. So again, having different avenues will really help. And it doesn't mean like, I don't believe that this is going to help in the sense of making your videos show up more in search, because it's not about the algorithm in this point. It's about just those videos getting that extra money. So I don't believe it's going to push your videos out more. In my opinion, it won't. Someone said that, oh, ads are on there, that means YouTube will want to push it out. Not necessarily. The algorithm is set. Like, the algorithm is the way it has been for quite a while now. So I don't think they're I don't think this is a change where they're going to be like, oh, okay, we're going to push this video out more, So YouTube also has to pay their bills. I also think it's unfair. Yeah, it's really hard. I think we're so torn. We understand that they need to, well, they paying their bills, I guess, in the sense they make billions of dollars a year. So I'm not sure really how that is going to affect them too much. I think it's just more so that they're trying to, at this point, I have no idea what they're trying to do, because initially it felt like the small creator got a little bit of a ding there. But then looking into it more, the bigger creators might get a ding as well. So I don't know what they're doing, what their game plan is, other than just getting more money. It will hurt bigger creators, especially longer videos. I'm worried about my mid-roll ads. Yes. Well, when it comes to bigger creators, they can decide what they want to do on their own channel because they're monetized. But if you are a small creator, you won't get that opportunity. You'll just have ads on your channel, and like so you just have ads that you don't know what's on them, and only your viewers will know. So I'm not sure. And especially, so this is rolling out for the States, I believe, very shortly, and then it'll gradually work its way into international into the new year. So that's interesting. We'll see how it'll be good to see if they actually get some feedback from it and see if it's actually helping them, or at the back end if it was a big mistake, So videos over 8 minutes long and mid-roll ads, so no control over where they could be placed. Yeah. So you can't even control, like, as small YouTubers, you can't even control, like, maybe there's a really good point that you would put the ad on in the first place. So yeah, it's hard because it might mess up the flow of the video and then make people click off. Because as bigger creators, they can choose that. This is the biggest part that I'm seeing that's hard, because you can't decide as a small creator where you can put the ads or what the ads are about, because maybe you have some different political views, or you don't want to deal with politics, but politic ads are going up there. Like, it's who's to say what's going up? So as an advertiser, I would not want my ads on small channels because a lot of them are not consistent. Yes. And I feel like that's a big one too. It's something that needs to be pointed out. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, like, as small creators, there are a lot of people, like, as small YouTubers, we want to be consistent. We're getting the pushback. We don't have not the pushback, but I mean, like, we don't have the views, and sometimes we get discouraged, and sometimes, like, the channel just doesn't have the consistent flow, right? And so maybe as an advertiser, that would not be good. But at the same time, if the videos are doing well, I think that's what's important. So if a small YouTuber has a video that's doing really well and gets them like 100,000 views, that's where the ads, in my opinion, would go into play. But if they had a video that only had like 50 views, you know, I don't know if that really benefits the advertiser at all. I'm laughing so hard though because I made a lot of videos around 7 minutes. I know, right? That's the crazy thing. I have a lot of videos on my channel that are like 4 or 5 minutes because of the ProTuber series, and so I won't have mid-roll ads or anything like that. But the bigger, like the longer ones that I have, I'm a little like nervous, like whenever that comes to play. My goal is to be monetized before all of this comes down to Canada. So just saying. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. How did the monetization change? So the monetization changed and is going to change in the sense that small YouTubers will get ads on their videos, and they won't be paid for them, and they won't have control over them. And this is just a thing that YouTube has started doing. This is before monetization. So if you monetize, you get monetized, you will be fine. Like you will get paid for your monetization, the money that you earn. So it's just about small channels. Yes, ads on small channels, but you don't get money, basically, is the rundown of it. On live streams, loads of ads placed on them. Yeah, like imagine this live stream is going to be like an hour long and we have several ads. Oh my goodness, I would be so frustrated. Even like watching my own content, I would get so frustrated. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be good, bad, or obviously as small YouTubers, it's feeling a little run down right now. So I also enjoy watching smaller YouTubers since they don't have ads. Yeah. See, like before the day of the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscriber rule for the monetization, I actually had this in my head because before those days, you could monetize at any point. You were a small creator, you could monetize at any point, right? And so before that, I actually in my head said, no, I'm not going to monetize, put my ads on my channel until I reach a certain goal, because you need to keep the audience watching and wanting to be there. And if you have ads, sometimes that can be a deterrent. And so big YouTubers or even smaller, medium-sized YouTubers, usually they have an audience that will just watch right through them and they'll be fine. But as small YouTubers, we don't have that established audience yet, right? So I think that's important to note. It's just a little bit hard for a small YouTuber to have ads on their channel and feel like they're going to get that view. It's so hard because you don't know what ads are going to be on there, right? And I think that's the biggest thing in my head. I just don't know what they're putting on there. I noticed YouTube has keyword tags for the channel and keyword tags for each video you make. Would you say the keyword tags for each video are more important than the keyword tags for the channel? Both are equally important. Each video needs to have specific tags for that video, and then your channel needs to have specific tags for it. So if you're talking about entrepreneurship, making money online, or small YouTuber growth, I would focus in on that for your channel overall. And then each video, you have tags specific for those videos. I always put my name in each of the tags for each video. Just as I don't know if this has ever been mentioned, but each tag for each video, I will put my name at least somewhere in the tags, just so that if someone searches my name, that video might pop up. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I don't really think the whole update's bad. It's hard because it's in a sense just hard to understand because it's just initially thrown out there, and it was kind of like I don't know if we got any warning in a sense. It was just kind of I found it right all like randomly. So I think it was just initially shocking. And so we'll see more details. Hopefully YouTube they had probably an influx of people running around, emailing them, messaging them, seeing what's going on. So we'll just have to wait and see. And in my opinion, it's going to be hard for a small YouTuber to really, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Just from what I've been reading and hearing, I'm trying to get both sides so that I know to give you the best information right now. So that's all I know is right now. Also, before I go any further, make sure you subscribe and like this video if you're watching it on replay, or even if you're not, make sure you're subscribed and let me know in the chat if you have any questions at all about it. Kels, every time I want to take this seriously, something comes up to demotivate me. Yes, so it just, when it comes to this kind of thing, it's motivation is a little bit harder, and for any YouTuber, it's hard because each day you have to get up, you have to plan the content, you have to do it. If you're a bigger YouTuber, you have a little bit more motivation in the sense of, oh gosh, I got this many subscribers, I need to do it. As small YouTubers, we need to actually have that same mindset. But it's hard whenever YouTube keeps changing things for us as small creators. I just feel like we're constantly trying to find a little path to walk down, and then when we get to that path, it's another little hurdle thrown at us just so that we keep on our toes. But I don't know if this is a hurdle so much in the sense of we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. Simply Rose, I see it both ways. We will eventually get paid for ads. It will now make ads the normal, and people will start getting used to watching. Yeah, that's true. I think if it's put out there more, it will become more normal. But at the same time, I feel like ads are an annoyance in a little bit to those, for small creators, as we get a person to view our channel and they have to wait through a couple of ads. It might be a deterrence because, again, like I said, you can't choose how many ads you get to put on it. Whereas if you were a YouTuber that was monetized, you can choose. And so you have a little harder time getting through the thickness of it all. So I think that's the takeaway that I see there. It will give the audience and people more of a normalcy when it comes to having ads on their channel, but on YouTube in general. But when it comes to small YouTuber, we can't control it. So what does that mean for us? We can't control it. And I think if we had a little bit of an opportunity to control what goes on there, at least it might break that out a little bit, like break it down. I don't know. I just thought the controlling part is hard for me because they're controlling the ads. I get it. It's their platform, but at the same time, there's things I wouldn't want, or I don't want so many ads on my channel, right? Martin, think of the dream. He got 10 to 20 million views and wasn't monetized. So think of it as a business perspective. Google needs to make much money as possible. Yeah, I get it. Google needs to make money. It's hard when everybody is like, those who don't make money or are sitting here like working really hard, and they see that they have to have ads on their channel and not make anything from it, even though, like, you know what I mean? It just feels like, you get a little sad, you know? You can also set up a Patreon, offer bonus videos there. Yeah, actually, I've been looking into that option as well. Even before this whole update went down, I looked into that option. I think it was a cool opportunity for me to maybe do more one-on-one client work. I really like YouTube, so I want to do like YouTube one-on-one sessions with people, and maybe that's an opportunity there, or just do my own like setup. I don't know, but that is an opportunity for you to do it. I know there's YouTubers out there that do this. They have their videos on YouTube, they put them out there, and then on separate like platform, they'll really work hard, give you more in-depth stuff. So yeah, that's an opportunity there. That's a great one that you mentioned. Thank you. Be perfect motivation to look around, not just put all eggs in one basket and create online courses or products so there's more income streams. Yeah, like I said at the very beginning, creating different income streams is really important, especially as small YouTubers. We need to start thinking about it. If you have 50 subscribers, you need to start thinking of, I put out this many videos, I'm being consistent, I'm doing my thing on YouTube. It's a platform, it's a tool to get my name out there, to build my brand up. And what other things can I start doing? Can I reach out to brands? Can I start my own courses? Can I start my own store? What can you do next? And that's where I'm really excited for, because in the new year, I'm hoping to start up like a whole merch line. I love the idea of having I even looked into some local people that do, certain things, certain products, and trying to help out the local community as well. So I'm looking into ideas for that. I'm very excited about the new year, and I think you guys can get excited too. This needs not to be deterring to you. You have the opportunity to build your brand up. Obviously, it's a little hard to understand right now what's going on in YouTube's world, but I think what you need to do instead of like sitting here thinking about it and what it's hurting, how it's hurting you, I think we need to like start thinking about how can we create other avenues for ourselves and get more views, more subscribers. Yes, that's great, but getting more avenues in the sense of passive income. I don't just want to stick with YouTube and get my AdSense. I obviously want to reach that goal, but how else will I reach like my branding goals? I want to branch out into other things. And yes, YouTube is a great tool to help you do that. So I think it's important to note, just try and think of other avenues that you can make some more income. So I would sit down today. I challenge you all to sit down today and actually write out ideas that you have for your channel that you want to do. So if you're a travel channel, like what other avenues can you do? Things can you do? There's a whole bunch of opportunities for you there. Or if you're another channel, like whatever channel you are, minimalism, fashion, gaming, whatever, think of ideas. So I actually challenge you today to sit down and write out 5 other ways you can make your income. As a small YouTuber, we're starting to build up that brand. So let's look at other avenues. AdSense is clearly all over the place and never a for sure. So let's look at other avenues that will secure our branding. So I think that's important to note too. Ads are taking over on all platforms. Yes. I think it's a little hard because even in Insta stories, you'll have an ad pop up and you're watching it. Oh, that's not someone I know. That's just an ad, right? Everyone is capitalizing off COVID. I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's a little hard, but everybody's trying to do their best in the situation that we have. So even Facebook is now all about ads. Everyone is promoting something. Ads book. Oh, that's a good way of putting it. I will say this: Facebook always knows what I've talked about and the things that I've discussed or I've looked up on my computer. One time I was talking about like Lay's chips, and 5 seconds later, Facebook just knew that I was talking about it. So weird. Did you see Roberto Blake's tweet? What are your opinions on this? Roberto actually tweeted a whole bunch of stuff. So to be honest, he shared his opinion a lot, and he shared his opinion in the video that he did as well. And I actually watched this all the way through because I wanted to make sure like I get both sides of the creator world's views, because he is he's a bigger creator, right? Watching that, I will say I totally get where he's coming from. He has other channels too that are smaller and that are not monetized. So he understands the fact that it's a free platform, like he mentioned, but also with YouTube, it's one of those things where you need to start creating passive income from other avenues. And that's why he suggested you need to have like other avenues. And then I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I think it's good for you to look at both sides of the story, because then that way you can come to an informed decision on your own. Initially, it's hard as small creators to say, yeah, like this is happening. It's happening to me, right? Which it is. It's happening to me too. I'm not monetized. I'm going to be getting ads on my channel and eventually. And so it will affect me. So at this moment, I'm kind of both sides. I'm in the middle. I just want to see what YouTube's going to do with it, and we'll have to see as small creators what's going to happen with that. The only thing that I'm really like stuck on is just the ads that I'm not able to choose. And I think even like the bigger creators said that's not really cool, because if you don't agree with something or you have a bunch of ads at the beginning, it might be a deterrence. So yeah, I think that's from his video and his tweets. I think both sides are very valid. As bigger creators too, they will have to worry about if the ads are going to be focused more on, spreading the ads out more, and then maybe they'll make less. How does that work, right? So when will this policy take effect? I don't know. I will look that up for you and post it on the community tab or in like the Facebook group that I'm part of, somewhere that you can find it all. Okay. If anybody knows, you can chat and put it in the chat right now so that we can all know exactly when it's going on. I don't know off the top of my head. But I know it's happening in the States very soon, but it's going to be rolling out internationally within the next year. So let's see, who's else? So Just Simply Rose. So this only hurts hard until you get monetized. Yeah, I guess it's that if you need to take it into perspective, you need to start looking at other avenues. I think Just Simply Rose, like start thinking about, using YouTube as a platform to build your brand up, but using other platforms and such to build up your business as well. But also like think of other avenues that you can work towards. But yes, once you get monetized, you will get paid for the stuff that you've created. So yeah. Do we get money? Do we get the money from all of this? So until you get your watch time hours and your subscribers, you won't get any money from the ads. No. Sorry. I know. I don't. YouTube is free, so I don't know how that works for us, really. Hi, how's it going? Is this whole ads thing in the whole world or just the USA? So it will eventually be rolled out to the whole world. It's right now they're focused in on the States because it is one of the bigger platform. It's used mostly in the US. But yes, they are going to be rolling it out in the new year. And my goal is to be monetized before that happens so that I don't have to worry about what ads are going on my channel. So you can make that your goal. Get monetized before this happens. If you're in the States, well, it's going to happen very soon. So I want to ask if everyone watches the ads in your video, but your video is okay views. So sorry, I'm not understanding that question. Maybe rephrase it just a little bit. Hi, Ben Player. I'm not monetized yet. Yeah, whenever you get monetized, you will get paid. Fixed by Shaq. How did the monetization change? It's changing in the sense that small creators will have ads on their videos if you're not monetized. So you'll have ads, and you won't get paid for those ads. You'll also not be able to choose or decide where those ads are put or what ads go up. And it's coming to the US first, and it'll be rolled out to the rest of the world in the next year or so. And so, yeah, that's basically what the changes are. Like I've been saying, I'm not sure how that's going to affect the small creators, if it's going to hurt them. You can share your opinions in the chat. I would love to hear what you think and let me know. Marianne, yeah, I did the monetization change. Sorry. Well, I have to grind harder. I'm at 850 subs soon. So soon, my friends, you will get there. And I think if you're so close to it, it won't be a big deal for you. But as a small YouTuber starting out, like for example, I have another channel that is at 64 subscribers, and I don't know where I'm using that as a channel just to be fun and have creativity. But if there's ads going up in those videos, not necessarily do I care. Like I do care if I get the views, but it's more or less the sense of I don't want them all the way throughout my video. I don't know what the heck they're putting up there either. So there needs to be more clear understanding of what's being put up. I think that's the biggest thing for me. So far away from monetization, just think about this. Think about other ways that you can take your channel. Your channel is your branding. You're building your brand up. You're using it as a way to get your eyes on your brand. So how can you find other ways to make money from it aside from AdSense? So that's what I would do. Your hair looks so good on you. Thank you. It was a wee bit frizzy, and I try not to touch it because otherwise it just goes all over the place. So thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Mass Mage YouTube. I'm glad I have been growing on other platforms. YouTube is getting worse and worse. Yeah, I think in a sense it's just getting harder to be creative because you're constantly following either the algorithm or having being torn between creativity or the algorithm. So I think that's the biggest thing there. But I don't know. It's all how you see it. And I think definitely building yourself on other platforms is important too. Like I said, all of the platforms could disappear overnight. So it's definitely good to start looking into passive income and other things. So I'm actually using Ghostery. I only disable it on the YouTubers that I like. You can tell your followers to use it and not use it anymore once you're monetized. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. Cool. Should we be upset about this change? I think when it comes to this change, we need to take it with a grain of salt. And we need to decide what we're going to do to build our brand up, but also think about other things that we can do. There's other things that we can do, right? Like I said, there's passive income from other avenues. You could start a course. You could build up a Other avenues, there's Patreon. You can go on and do specific stuff on there and make money. You can do one-on-one stuff. If you're a fashion channel or gaming channel, reach out to brands, have links, affiliate links in all of your descriptions, like all of that stuff. You can start building other ways. Like, yes, small YouTubers have a little bit harder time to get that money, like the momentum going, because we've only a small channel. But at the same time, we can still build and figure other ways to build ourselves up. If you have a, anything to do with stationery or organizing, you could start helping people organize their lives a little bit more. There's a lot of different avenues for you. So I think initially it's upsetting to people, but take it and start doing something with your brand. Like, what can you do to stand out aside from AdSense? Aside from relying on AdSense, what can you do? I think that's important to know. Will YouTube turn on ads for bigger channels that have opted out of the program? Potentially. That I don't know. Interesting. I have not even thought of that. I will have to look into that. That's interesting. I never even thought of that. If we have 1K and 4K, can we still get monetized? Yes, you can. If we have 1,000, well, yes, paid on YouTube. You will still get paid on YouTube. So if you reach the monetization goals, you will get paid. So that's nothing's changed there. Hi, I'm watching from Malta. I just had 100 subscribers. Yay! Pump it up. That's awesome. Nice to see you here. Yeah, this is a big screw up. It shows they don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I believe that they truly do obviously care about money because they're a big business. Every big brand cares about money. As small YouTubers, we care about money as well. So everybody cares about money. And so I think that's the biggest thing, the money coming into the bank. So truth be told, that's what big brands and corporations do. They focus in on the money side of things and what can they do to make a little bit more. That's the honest truth, in my opinion. Like, I'm so lucky because I skipped that one. I'm so lucky because I'm done with 1K subs and facing the 4K watch hours. I think I'll get monetized year because I'm at 900 watch hours. Yeah, so I've been really, speaking of monetization and watch hours, I've been really excited to talk about this. The past couple of weeks, it's just been really good on my channel, and I'm pumped about it. I also have been doing a lot of lives, and I'm enjoying them so much. And specifically, I'm excited for this one today because it was talking about a specific topic that's new in the YouTube world. But yeah, my watch hours have been going up, and what I've been doing is doing more lives, but also doing longer videos. So I advise doing longer videos and getting higher retention. My retention's been fairly good. So that's something I can give to you in this video as well, aside from what we're talking about. So Vidici, yeah, I just read about this morning. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's help you. I guess the argument that YouTube promotes videos from monetized creators over smaller channels is not valid anymore. We'll see. That's the thing. That's bigger YouTubers or YouTubers. I don't think the algorithm is going to change because it is always. If the videos are doing well, they start sharing your videos more, right? Because they want people to stay on their YouTube platform longer. So I don't think it's going to push you out more, but if your videos are good, it'll start helping them more, right? And you don't get paid for it. I'm late. What is the new YouTube policy? Okay, so the new YouTube policy is basically this. So if you are a small YouTube creator, you will get ads on your videos. You won't get paid for them, and you don't have control over what is going on those ads or how many ads are going up. That's the new policy, and it's rolling out very, very soon. I'm not sure of the exact date, but in states it's rolling out first, and then eventually go to the whole world. So that's what we're discussing. I've passed 1,000 subscribers, but I'm waiting for 4K watch time hours. Yes. So that's the thing. 1,000 subscribers seems to be one that people can get fairly easily, but they'll get a little easier than the actual watch hours. For me, I'm doing the best that I can with the amount of time that I have and the amount of videos that I put up. And it's all about like getting longer videos with better retention. So focusing in on those aspects is really important, and doing more lives that are interesting. Today we're talking about, this whole ordeal, YouTube ads. So looking at your industry and seeing what you can talk about, really helpful as well. Speaking of helpful, if you could make sure you hit that like button. That way you can help me with the video, and just let me know if you're liking this video, this live so far. And let everybody know that I'm going live and talking about this situation right now. So Medici, I guess someone making money is better than no one making money. The employees in Susan's garage need to be fed too. Yeah, it's true. I think overall it's hard because YouTube and Google and all that jazz, they make so much money anyway. So now they're just taking the most that they can from it, you know? That's where some people were saying, you know? I just want to make it clear, hosts, if you are not monetized channel, you get ads on your videos and you don't get the cut of the ads. Yes. So if you're not monetized, there will be ads going up on your small YouTube channel and you will not be getting the cut from those ads. It wouldn't be very much anyways, but at the same time, you won't be getting anything from it and you don't get to choose what ads actually go up. So maybe we're talking about the ads could be anything and you don't get to choose how many ads go up. So now, if you have any more questions about this or anything else, please do comment in the comments chat section. I would love to answer them, even about like getting subscribers and that jazz. Please do let me know in the chat section. Marianne, what if everyone watching your video watches the ads on the video, but your video is 1K views below? Okay. What YouTube feature will tell us how much money will make? There's like a feature in the back end. It's called the revenue section. It'll tell you once you start making money. I don't know if YouTube's actually going to give that information out. If you're getting the ads on your channel, but not actually getting paid for it, they likely won't share anything when it comes to that because, you know. Never Lost Roamer, are those ads only going to appear on videos that you post after the policy starts, or are they going to go back? That's a good question. But I think what you're saying is, are the older videos going to get those ads on them if you're not monetized? And I think that's a yes. But I can't. I'll clarify that. It's interesting. That's a good one. Thanks. No problem. Is this for creators everywhere, only for the creators in the US? So it's actually for the US initially. They're rolling it out, and then after that, they will start rolling it out for the rest of the world. So I believe in some before the end of the year, I think it's for the US, and then mid 2021, everywhere will have it. So they'll gradually roll it out to the rest of the world. Yes. My question is for monetized YouTubers. Okay, go ahead, ask away. Also, if you have questions about YouTube in general, like subscribers and stuff, getting subscribers and getting watch time and such, please put your questions in the chat section. That way I can answer them right now for you. And just give you some tips and tricks, and maybe some tips and tricks on how to like get outside the sphere of YouTube even. Like obviously we're small YouTubers, but having other avenues and things that we want to do would, you know, if you want to ask those questions, go for it. Because I'm looking into all that stuff too. The one that you just read. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yes, that's with this whole thing. It's hard to know what the plan is. But as for now, I think YouTube is just trying to see. There's a few things that they're trying to do. I think obviously make more money, but this hopefully is just like a test of sorts to see how it goes, and then people can give their feedback. I would love that. I would love if that's what they did. They shared like their thoughts on it, and you could give feedback on it and just let everybody know. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so I have a few more things that I want to talk about when it comes to monetization because I'm working on my watch hours. So I'll talk about that right now. So recently I've been working on my watch hours and I've been doing really well. Like I said, I would say past 3 months, I've gotten like 1.2K watch hours, which is amazing. That's crazy. And there's down to a few things that I've done. And I think the first thing that I've done is I've gotten longer videos, and those videos, it's good because I like shorter videos. That's just who I am, but I put a lot more information in those videos. I'm hoping next week to put out a long video, like not a long video to get the watch time, but also a longer video to help you understand keywords in general, like an ultimate guide or something like that. And I'm hoping to roll that out next week for the new year so that people are ready for the new year. And that will be on this channel. And so I'm excited to start doing longer videos. really deep diving into certain topics, I tend to go to the shorter side because that's just who I am. But I'm looking into longer videos for my watch time hours to hit those hours. But then also comes down to you need to have a good retention. And so I've been working on like just figuring out editing styles, what you're liking, what you're not. Do you like music through it? Do you not like music through it? So I've been working on figuring out that process because I know a lot of you have, you've watched all my videos pretty much, and I like to try and see which works better. So having music seems to work, but it has to be very lightly in the background for my videos. Been working on that. So I've been working on the retention and making, more videos that you're going to really need and want for the new year. I'm focusing in the next couple of weeks. I have a collaboration in December, and then I'm going to be reaching out to a few other people that have reached out to me in the past by collaborating. So I'm going to be doing some more of those and crossing into communities that, other avenues, not just the YouTube world, but other avenues to really help you as a small YouTuber. So there's all of that. And then, yeah, so the watch time hours has been going really well. And I think just doing those things. And then also doing the lives is also going to help you. So the lives are really going to help you if you want to just like connect with your audience, but also like get a little bit more watch time hours. And I think it's important to note that lives, everybody gets a little overwhelmed with them. And I think that's because they're just nervous about what to say or what to do on the lives. So I would set it up like have questions all ready to go or have an outline of sorts of what you want to put into this live or a live that you do. Now, every industry can do lives. It's just what you want to share on those lives. So if you're a travel channel, maybe you want to talk about the tips and advice for traveling during COVID. Or maybe if you're a baking channel, you want to do like a live baking moment or session with your audience. Maybe if you are fashion, you want to share the best tips and tricks for the new season on a live. You get to know and then do like a Q&A and stuff. There's also other things as well. There's tech reviews. You can do tech reviews. You can also do unboxings. You can do, like for me, I'm looking into reviewing other channels. You can do interview style. There's also interview style. So if you have someone in your industry that you really want to connect with and get your audience to connect with them, doing a live with an interview with them is a really good way to branch into another community, but also do a live and interview them. Okay, that fly always seems to be around me. Okay, Happy Alley. I seem to get all my views from my hometown, and I'm not not sure how to widen my audience. I would suggest doing TubeBuddy and keywords. That's how I do it. I get views from like all over so you need to look at the topics for your season as well. So like coming into Christmas, you find topics for your channel that are within the season. Then that's where Vlogmas and the ideas that I gave you on that Vlogmas ideas video. And when it comes to the season, like fall time, there's different things that you can do within the fall. There's different things you can do within the winter. Every industry is different, but you need to like look into what's kind of trending within the season and then look back from the previous years. So go to a YouTube channel that you really enjoy. Like if you're a lifestyle YouTuber, you want to go back a year into their videos and see what was going on a year ago and get a heads up of what videos you could potentially do this year. And I think that's how you're going to branch out from just your community. That's how I did it as well. Because I was making videos for like weeks and weeks and weeks on just specifically for my community and helping them with video and all that jazz, and which really helped bring in more clients, video clients and such. But now I'm shifting my course in the sense I want to help my community, but I also want to help a whole broad, wide audience. So I'm thinking like if you go into your industry, look at the people that you follow, see what they did a year ago and see what was trending during that time of the year and see if there's a video that you could do before the trend starts taking off. There's also just using TubeBuddy in general, like finding really good keywords. And that's where my ultimate guide is going to come in next week of TubeBuddy. I'm going to go deep dive into TubeBuddy because I know a lot of you on the 30-day challenge are really interested in understanding it a little bit better. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a deep dive video where I go in depth, take it to the next level and go through all the details of TubeBuddy and what tools really will help you and what tools I use. Now, like I said, I have the legend version. So if you have the free version, there's a lot more limitations there. But if you have the pro version, you're able to do a lot more. So I'm going to deep dive into that and really help you understand how to use TubeBuddy and really go through and figure out different avenues. Eventually, I'm going to work on doing one-on-ones with channels, like really helping them understand TubeBuddy a little bit more, but also helping them understand like how to find avenues or videos that will like work for their channel. So I'm going to be doing that in the new year. So stay tuned for that. But I think those are the options for you right now. And then collaborations. Collaborations are good. So look into collaborating with someone else within your industry. So I'd write out 5 people that you really want to connect with and collaborate with, and then see what video ideas that you can do for each of those people that you want to collaborate with. So write 2 ideas at least for each of those people that you want to collaborate with. Okay, so let's see, happy 1.8K subs. Yay, I know we just hit 1.8 this morning. So that's exciting, isn't it? Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'll share it on all my social media and thank you all after this live. Also, I have another channel called Simply Catherine, so make sure you go subscribe to that. I have a video going up at 12, so in about 10 minutes. It's exciting. It's a collaboration, so you'll like that video. So make sure you go subscribe to that channel too. Okay, let's read some more questions. I don't want money. I just want to entertain people. And then there you go. Don't even worry about it. So hopefully it doesn't deter people. That's all I can say. Let's see. Can big YouTubers still put ads on their videos? Yes, they can. They can choose where they want to put them and what ads they want to put on. Can big YouTube? Okay, Ms. Catherine, will you tell us your watch hours right now so we can binge watch more of your videos? You guys are awesome. So I'm a little confused about where my watch hours are at, and I've reached out to a few other YouTubers, and I think mine are really far off. But when the monetization tab says 1.6, but then when I look at the 365 days, the past 365 days, it says 1.8. I don't know. So 1.8K, I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that it's at 1.8K watch time hours, and YouTube's just having a hard time keeping up with all my watch time hours, or there's something else going on there. So I think I'm at 1.8K. So we'll go with that. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for that tip. Yep. My opinion on the YouTube change policy is YouTube should just change the monetization rule. Like instead of 4K watch hours, they should change it to 2K watch hours because YouTube just wants money. Interesting. So just like shifting it slightly, it would be interesting to see how that would work and if actually that would help in the situation. I would, that's a good opinion or option for them. Like if they give you an option to share feedback with this kind of stuff, you need to share your feedback. So that would be a good opportunity for you to do that. Is it still a good idea to start a YouTube channel since the policy has changed? Yes, highly still. Just start a YouTube channel. You want to build your brand up, YouTube is the way to go. It's one of the biggest platforms in the world. So definitely start a YouTube channel now before the new year starts. And that way you can get your content going, get idea what you want to do. And then you can start working on your channel. And I think there are a few videos on my channel that will actually help you when it comes to starting a new YouTube channel in the playlist. So make sure you go watch those. But yes, still good to start a new YouTube channel before the year's over or even in 2021. Because yes, there are some things that go on here. But, we can still make our way in this world of YouTube. SEO video show. Hi, hey, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Yes, we're just talking about the new policy for small YouTubers and how this plays out for not even just small YouTubers, but big YouTubers and all that jazz. So yeah, be sure let us know in the chat if you have any worries about it, questions about it, or questions about getting monetized and watch time and all that jazz. I'm working on it so I can help you a little bit and give you some ideas. Let's see. Marianne, what video is coming up in your next channel? It's called I have a video collaboration going up on my other channel, my second channel, Simply Catherine, and it's a collaboration with another YouTuber. It is just you'll have to go watch it and wait and see. It's going up in about 3 minutes, so you can watch it if you want in a little bit. Yeah, you'll like it. So when it goes back to watch time, I really want to talk about that and keep talking about that because it's important to me because that's what I've been working on. When it comes to wanting to monetize, if you do want to get monetized, there are a few things that you can do. Like I said, the watch time hours, making longer videos, better videos, videos that are interesting, good content, making sure that you tag your videos as a small creator, because if you're not tagging your creators as a small creator, you're not getting like those views. You need those views from YouTube search. I've done a few videos the past couple of weeks, and they're ranking in search because it's something I knew would be needed. So it's important to tag and research your keywords so that you get found in search. Then you can get that audience to your channel. SEO videos show I'm 50 subs away to 1K and 700 hours left to 4K. Is the monetization policy still the same? For the US, it's rolling out, I believe, within the next month. I'm not sure of the exact date. What happens is with the policy change is small YouTubers that are not monetized yet will have ads on their channel. They will have no control over those ads and how many ads go up. And they will also not get paid for them. So that's what's happening right now. And we're not sure how that plays out for big YouTubers as well, if that's going to take away from them. You know, the more ads that go on all of the channels all over across the scope, will that mean less for them and all that jazz. So when it comes to monetization, is that the policy is still the same. You will still, if you hit that monetization goal, you've reached the goal, you will actually, it'll be the same. There's no change for you. You will get paid for your videos. So there's no change in that sense. So hopefully that helps. Can we binge watch our own videos and still get watch hours? Like we create another YouTube account and we use, I believe that YouTube kind of knows that you're still on the same server. So they don't count those views, but I will confirm that one for you. And I don't think that YouTube, that's part of their policy. So I think that one's a little iffy. Yeah. I do have another channel, obviously, and I do watch my videos from that other channel just to make sure like the tags and everything look good and the video sounds good and all that jazz. I don't necessarily do it for the view. I do it to see how it looks from another channel perspective. SEO video show. Got it. Sounds good. You will be fine. If you're close to it, you're going to get there. And it's just initially, like I said to a few people, it's initially those videos that you don't have the control over them. For me, is my opinion. You don't have the control over it, so it might be a little uneasy for a few people. You can watch private mode and change IP to up your watch time. It works. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I actually have never looked into that. So it's kind of cool that you mentioned that. You can watch private mode and change it IP. So if you can change your IP, yeah, it would work. But I don't know if that's really how you want to go. You want to have a lot of views in the sense of good quality views and people that will engage with your channel. And I think that's what I would want more. YouTube really likes if your engagement is up as well. So yeah, because I do that and I'm worried if I can get my YouTube. Oh, well, I don't think it'll affect it. I think you need to just try and keep pushing your video, getting your videos out there and your channel out there. But yeah, yes, I've measured that. Oh, you've measured everything, haven't you? You're always trying it out. You can change your IP on your router dashboard. Okay, interesting. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have, what are those, what is Casey Neistat always promoting on his channel? Like one of those servers that protect you from, you can bounce off another server from another country and use like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you're watching, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. But one of those services that you can use to protect yourself when you're in a cafe or something. Maybe that's the same idea. And you can change up the VPN. Yes, VPN. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Yes, VPN is another option, I'd say, because if you have that, then you're changing it, your location. You can change your location country from another country, I believe, and that would work too. But yes, I don't know if necessarily I would want that. I want my views the right way. It doesn't matter if you do it. For me, I want the organic, true growth, and I want to be getting the views from people that are actually interested in my content. So I don't know. It's totally up to you though. I can't say yes or no to that. When I stream my own videos from YouTube account that I make, I always get a lot of watch hours. Interesting. But that's slow. Also, do not use Tor, but VPN needs money. Yes, true. VPN needs money, but it's very cheap too. I always recommend VPNs because then that way you can bounce and protect your channel. speaking of protecting your channel, I got one of these, like little, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. So I got one of those, and that's going to protect my channel from hackers and such. So only I have this specific key, and it is a little bit of money you can purchase from Google, but it is a little bit of money, but it's really worth it if you want to protect your channel. Just speaking of that, by the way, views and watch time go non-linear though, so you'll get there faster than you think in the end. I can definitely look into that for your channel if you like. Oh, sure. One tip I tell people is to create playlists of all your longest videos and watch it on display, cell phones, and stores like Best Buy. Oh, that's so cool. Put it on loop and watch your watch time. Wow. I never even thought of that. That's kind of interesting. So if you go to like Staples or Best Buy or all that jazz, you can go into the tablets or the computers and put it on the videos. Plus, then you're promoting your channel. Right, Hesia? So yes. Oh, the Titan key. I saw that from Annie's channel. Yes. So Annie saw it from Roberto, and then I saw it from Annie. But then I watched Roberto's video on privacy and being hacked and stuff, all that jazz. The Titan key is a good investment. You really need to protect your channel, because if anything goes wrong, then you're done. You don't even have monetization. You don't have anything, right? So all that hard work is gone. So you need to protect your channel. So make sure you grab one of those, or even something similar. There's lots of similar things out there. I love your setup today. Oh, thank you. It's very yes, I like the setup too. Hey, how's it going? I'm staying on a little longer today, so because I know there's a few people that said they couldn't be on at 11 and they wanted to come on at 12. So if you're here and you're just popping on, we were talking about the whole ordeal of the policy change and all that jazz, and your opinions on it. So make sure you put in the chats what you feel and how you feel about it, and that way we can all go back and forth and just get to know what's going on a little bit. But yes, so I was also talking about watch time hours and how to really reach your monetization goals. And I think there's a few suggestions there, putting on your playlists on different, computers and Best Buy and such, to really keep that, on loop. I've had a few people message me and be like, we watched all your playlists and watched through it in a whole bunch of hours. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Just because they see that I've been working hard on this channel, and I have been working hard, and I've been putting out a lot of content, but it's also like I'm trying to help you all. That's my main thing, and I'm helping you all and building my brand up at the same time, and really working hard to get to that point. And yeah, so the last 5 months has been really good. It's been increasing quite steadily. So it's went from, I think I shared this in my Facebook group. It went from, was it 600? It was 400 watch hours in April to 1.2K in the last 3 months. Just in the last 3 months, I've gotten 1.2K watch hours. And then in the last 365 altogether is 1.8. So yeah, it's been gradually going up, and we've been doing really well on the channel. And I think it's just because I've been putting out content that's needed and sharing a little bit more value in each of those. And then longer videos is super important with better retention. So the balance of those two is really going to help you. If the video is good and people are watching it, you're going to get the more views, the more, YouTube's going to do its thing. And so I've been doing that. And I think that's really important to note. If you want to do that kind of thing, you should. And so, yeah, I think I agree with, getting the watch hours is hard, and subscribers can be hard too for some people, but majority of people will hit the subscriber mark first. And then the watch hours is like another 3 or 4 months down the line, because it still takes that process of getting those watch hours and the videos out there. It also depends how many videos put out. Some people put 1 video out a week, and I put out like 3 plus 2 lives. So yeah, I actually have a video coming out tomorrow about YouTube Shorts. So definitely in the live chat, if you're interested in learning more about YouTube Shorts, comment yes, please. And definitely, I have it coming out tomorrow, and it'll be coming out 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and back to my normal times. But yeah, I'm talking about my initial thoughts and just things that I've seen from the YouTube Shorts, and how that's helpful to your channel, or is it helpful? We'll have to see. I have that going up tomorrow, so you'll definitely have to check that out. How could I get some more watch hours without doing lives? Because no one watches my lives when I do them, because world time. Okay. So if you're not interested in like the lives, or the lives to you isn't really helpful, there are a few things, like I said, you can do. You can do longer videos, but put better content into it. So if you're doing longer videos, make your content a little bit more interesting, do more to the editing to see how that feels for your viewers. If you're seeing dips in your videos, now YouTube has updated a little bit with that, and they've given you this retention like graph. So you can see what's going on in those videos and where people are dipping and leaving, or dipping and not watching, and they're skipping to another point. That way you can see if there's a point that you need to change, or maybe you need to add in something new. Maybe you're not giving valid points, or maybe you're giving too much at the beginning. Like, there's a whole bunch of different reasons why people would dip off, right? So I think doing longer videos is going to be good for you. Also, better retention. Focus on getting above 40 or at least 50%. Like 50% is great. If you can get people above that, that'd be awesome. The key is to have your personality come out and really find your editing style. And then that way it all connects together. And then also giving out good information is important too. So hopefully those help. Those tips help to get that watch time. So yeah. A few things. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have my other channel too, and I think I love the vibe of that channel. It's more or less like more 90s, like laid back lifestyle channel that I want to do on the other one. So yeah. What can we do on our live if we have a lifestyle and vlog channel? Okay, so there's multiple things. With lifestyle, it depends on specifically where you're directed. If it's lifestyle and vlog channel, okay, so there's a few things that you could do. It depends on the content itself, though, right? So I can't necessarily give specifics because lifestyle and vlog channels are very broad. There's opportunities for you to do tips and tricks on life itself, advice on what you're doing, organization tips. Yeah, stuff like that. Anything that's lifestyle and you would do a video on, turn it into a live. That's how I see it. Have you done live interviews, or how do you do your live interviews? Zoom or StreamYard or something similar? So I actually have not, Mr. Cast Iron, I have not done interviews myself because that's not something I really want on my channel right now. Maybe in the future when I start to grow a little bit more, I might incorporate that into my channel. Interviews is not something that I want to do right now. So I think if I was to do it, it'd probably be using StreamYard, but also it is a paid subscription because you don't want to have that logo in the corner. So it is a paid subscription or software. So I would use StreamYard, but I'd have to wait till I was able to get into the paid setup. Did you say 90s? Yeah, I love the 90s feel, like the vibe. Just recently, I guess, because I'm a 90s kid. Just so you know, I'm 30. So when will you do the one on reviewing channels? Will it be free or no? Or will we repay by questions? So yeah, it's not about like me wanting to get you guys to watch my videos. I don't want it to be like a trade. That seems a little strange, and I don't think I want that. Just doesn't sit well with me. When it comes to reviewing, I'll probably do a few live reviews, like a live review every month, not every time I go live. I would probably do it once a month. And then if people actually want to get more in-depth reviews and what they can do next, I'd probably be a paid setup. But I'm not exactly sure of that yet. I'm working on the details, and it won't be this year. It'll probably be early next year at some point. Yeah. I did lives on my old channel. It worked fine. I also had a podcast. I'm thinking of doing a live, like a radio show, a mix of live. Oh, that's an interesting idea. That's kind of cool. I think that'd be an awesome opportunity for you to kind of collide both of those together. That's great. Can I get a shout out? I don't give shout outs just because it's not about that. It's about like connecting with each other and being a part of the community. So I'm an 80s kid. I just hated the music of the 90s. Sorry. I actually do like the 80s music. So the 90s was okay. It was more pop, but the 80s was more like rock. Yeah. I think that's the way it went, right? But yeah, so I'm a 90s kid. 90s kids are just hitting that 30 threshold. So yeah, it's funny. There was a TikTok the other day I did. It was like, this is going out to all the late 90s older. I don't know what it was about, but it was so funny. Mm, I'm 32. You're 30. I thought you were 20. Oh my goodness. Comments in the comment section how old everybody is, if you're comfortable with it. Like, how old are you all? Be interesting to see like the community, see how different it is. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so I think I've kind of answered everybody's questions on 14, 15. Okay, so we're kind of, you know what? It's interesting that everybody keeps thinking that I'm just in my early 20s. I'm thankful for that. Thank you. 36. I wouldn't have known that. Oh my goodness. For your pictures on Instagram, you do not look that. Sorry, but well, I'm not sorry because that's a good thing. What is a shout out? Oh, sometimes people want shout outs just because they're just wanting shout outs, and I don't give shout outs because it's all about connecting with community. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're done on this topic. I think we talked it out a little bit. And for those who are watching just on replay, it's, you got to figure out what's good for you and understand that YouTube is a free platform and there are a lot of things that go into that. So you've heard all of our opinions and the things that have come up in this live. So definitely take what I would say is take a look and research, look at from both sides, and then make your opinion that way before everybody just starts like freaking out. So don't freak out. There's a lot of information and lots of things that you can do. Maybe if you want that information, you can let me know in my videos. Just let me know when we want to talk more about like how other avenues. Like I will be doing more on my Simply Catherine channel, like just a little bit behind the scenes of the whole idea of like figuring my branding and stuff and branching out into the world of other income. So anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button before you go. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. Have a good one.